Hello, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers Podcast. I'm your host Justin. We're on our 29th review for Halloween month. Halloween month's almost over. We only got like 3 more reviews to go. Actually, 2 after this one. So yeah, I'm reviewing Marvel Zombies by Robert Kirkman, Sean Phillips, and I can't pronounce the cover artist guy, but I'll put it in the description. So Marvel Zombies, it's like a spin-off of Ultimate Fantastic Four, where like they got I think it was issues like 30 through 32 or something, where like Reed Richards gets contacted by another version of him that tricks him to come into his world, and it's the Marvel Zombies world, where it's alternate version of the Marvel world, but where like a deadly virus plague infected all the superheroes, and they pretty much killed and ate everybody that's alive. So the zombies, the superhero zombies, are pretty much at war with fighting with each other, either together or against other groups of Marvel superhero zombies to fight for whatever humans are left, right? And I never read that volume, or sorry, those issues. I only read like up to like issue 20 or whatever of Ultimate Fantastic Four, but I remember it being good. But I didn't really like their version of Doom. I thought the Ultimate Fantastic Four's version of Doom was weird, and I find it weird that like you look at some of the later Ultimate Fantastic Four stuff, and they look older, more like the regular 616 universe selves when they were like teenagers at the beginning of Fantastic Four. So it's like it's very weird to me. Whatever. Um, yeah. So this is a spin-off. It takes place right after the events of Ultimate Fantastic Four. Magneto helps the Ultimate Fantastic Four people escape, and he's left stranded on Earth with the Marvel superheroes, and they eventually kill him. And you're mostly just following these characters as they decide what to do. And what ends up happening is you have like betrayals, you have new conflict where like turns out Silver Surfer shows up and he's bringing Galactus, and then there's the conflict of what are we gonna do with Galactus, right? So I thought the book was very good. There's all good. The art is very good by Sean Phillips. It's obviously not as good as the covers, but the guy who does the covers, I'm pretty sure he also did Merc with a Mouth's covers, because where Merc with a Mouth he parodied film posters. Here he's parodying other famous Marvel superhero comic covers, where they show you which one's at the back of the book. I thought the dialogue was pretty good. The action was what action there was great. Which it's a very fast-paced book. I was reading this on the can, reading on the can, and like I was like on the can for like half an hour, and I was already on like I had already finished like issue 3 of which there's 5 issues in this collection, and it cost me like $16. Maybe you have to pay more nowadays. Who knows? My problem with Kirkman is that he's kind of a degenerate. Like a lot of his books, like he either writes about cuckold shit or like interracial black man on white woman, which I think there's like studies, or like Nick Mullen has said, like the people who are most into black men on white women porn are usually closet homosexuals who imagine themselves as the white woman getting plowed by the BBC, the British Broadcasting. What does BBC stand for? I know what the other one stands for, but it's like British Broadcasting. I don't know what it stands for. British Broadcasting Corporation. Oh, okay. Alright. I honestly, what's great is with Kirkman that because he's working with like established characters, he can't write as much degenerate, fucked up shit as he wants to with these characters. He still sticks them in there though. Like there's this scene where like Black Panther gets was held captive by Henry Pym, and I love and hate the fact that they have a fight where Henry Pym. I should mention the zombies in this book. They have they still have their personalities. It's just that they have this like insatiable hunger for human flesh. So they're still the characters you know and love, but they can't help themselves. They have to eat people, right? And there's a scene where Henry Pym, for people who don't know, Giant Man or Ant Man, whatever superhero name you know him by, because he goes by a shitload. Like at one point he was called Yellow Jacket. Sorry, I burped. Yeah, like he's most famous for the fact that he beat his wife once or twice, and this fucking asshole has to have them references, or it's an inside joke. He has him fight Janet, his wife, the Wasp, and like bite her head off, which is a lot of scenes of people biting the heads off other characters. And that final confrontation between Captain America, who's called Colonel America here, with Red Skull was really great, honestly. Though it's kind of like, why are these... Because I thought it was weird that like you had like a lot of cameos of Marvel superheroes and supervillains. I thought it was weird that the superheroes and supervillains fought against each other at the end, but it's like you saw the Vulture hanging out with the superheroes earlier in the earlier issues, so it's like obvious, like what was the deal with that? And it's like who the fuck knows? But yeah, there's like a scene which I thought was like a fucking plot hole where the mutants. It turns out Asteroid M is still a thing. I guess it was in the last book, but Asteroid M, for people who don't know, it's like a space satellite that's run by Magneto and some mutants who runs the place. They come down to look for Magneto. They run into T'Challa, or aka Black Panther, who was held captive by Henry Pym. T'Challa kills one of them. Granted, he kills one of them in self-defense, but he still kills one of them, and they still let him. They still let him on their crew and join Asteroid M, and it's like, huh? I find that very weird that they would just let this guy. Keep in mind, they're all mutants, and they're all mutants under Magneto who hate humans. Right, so they're just gonna let this human guy join their group, and like he like 5 years pass, and like you see like T'Challa's them and T'Challa are back on Earth, and he had a baby with one of the girls, and it's like, huh, they just forgave the fact that he killed one of their guys. And even he's marrying one of them. That's just fucking weird to me. In hindsight, like the first time around, I didn't really notice that, but the second time around, it was a little bit weird to me. And though I kind of, there's like 5 or 4, I can't remember. I don't have the book in front, the Marvel Zombies book in front of me. I left it somewhere in the house, because I read it this morning. Yeah. So there's 4 or 5. The book ends with they killed like Galactus. They killed Galactus and acquired his cosmic powers. Now the Marvel Zombies, it's only like 5 or 6 of them, are going planet to planet killing people, and they're the new Galactus. And it's like, how the fuck is a sequel going to, like, there's a sequel to this when when they're like, the Marvel Zombies are the new Galactus now? How the fuck, unless they retcon shit, is that going to work? I don't know, dude. If I had to give this rating, I would say, despite my problems with the script, if you read a book and it's like a page turner, right? And you finish it super quick, then that means you really enjoyed the book, and that it has to be somewhat a good book, right? So I would say, despite my problems, right, the art was really good, the action was very good. I'm gonna give it an 8 out. Nah, I'm gonna give it 7.5 because it is very short, and it's like, yeah. Is there yeah, no, it's a 7.5 out of 10. Because it's like, I'm sure, like, because if it was so good, I would have got the second volume, which I never did. Though I was going to pick up, there was a Marvel Zombies crossover with Army of Darkness. But I heard, like, Ash lost, so I didn't pick it up. Maybe for next year. So, okay, so we pretty much... That's the end of the review. Though Halloween month is going to be over in 2 months. Sorry, in 2 days. We already have our final books picked out for the review. Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash tomorrow. And then on Halloween, Night of the Living Deadpool. So, you guys can still... You guys still can recommend books to review for Halloween month. I'll just write them down, and then I'll review them next year. I'm already planning on picking up Hellboy, more Swamp Thing and Man Thing. I'm gonna try to find Hellstorm, Son of Satan, shit like that. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know in the comment section. Hell, I might even pick up Lock and Key, though they have it at the library, so I'll just probably borrow that. But yeah, just let me know. Also, for Fantasy Month, which starts November, the books we're gonna review, which we're not gonna review like a book every day, because like that was too tiring, and I have, like, you know, stuff to do. I'm supposed to be, like, looking for a new job. Cause like this current one, it's like not enough hours, and it's like, yeah, I have too many bills to pay. Yeah, so like, books we're gonna review for Fantasy Month: Claw of the Unconquered, Skull Kickers Volume 1, George R.R. Martin's The Hedge Knight, it's a prequel to Game of Thrones, and Green Valley by Max Landis, which this is a very beautiful book. We're gonna save this one for the last week of Halloween, of Fantasy Month, for each, what the fuck? Is there sci-fi shit in here? What the fuck? Oh well, who cares? We're gonna review each of these one week of per week of Fantasy Month. Sorry if I'm getting a mush mouth. My throat is dry. Yeah, so we're also gonna be reviewing fantasy movies for Fantasy Month. So you got any recommendations for Fantasy Month movies and comics? Cause I'll review more fantasy comics if I can get a hold of them. Just let me know. Just let me know which ones you want me to read. Okay, bye.